Anyway, so there was this debate tonight, and I watched the debates, the presidential debates. We saw Mormon Mitt Romney versus Obama. And to be honest with you, it was so boring. It was fucking ridiculous, to be honest with you. I mean, who would want to sit and watch this crap? Seriously. I mean, we know where they stand. And then now we see that in many instances during the debate, if you're watching this, both guys basically said, "Yeah, I agree with you, Mitt. I agree with you, President Obama. I agree with you." And I'm like, don't agree with the other guy. Say, you know what? Fuck you. This is what I believe in. Stand up and attack the other guy. I mean, that's what a debate's supposed to be. But it was fucking boring. It was boring as shit. And I like that. But what was that? The best thing tonight was Big Bird and his tweet. What did he say? He said something about the Mitt Romney was against Bert and Ernie's civil union. Something like that. That was funny. And of course, there were people live tweeting this shit. Like, I don't need to know. I know what's going on. I'm watching this shit already. Why don't you tweet something interesting, something funny like that? That was fucking hilarious. Big Bird. That was fucking hilarious. So we're now debating after the debate. Americans debating, and of course we're not debating this shit, right? I mean, who won? We're not the ones who are debating. Who's debating this? The pundits, the arrogant shitheads, the pompous airheads that we have on ABC News and all these other networks. But ABC News, Yahoo News, all owned by Republicans, and you have the MSNBC crowd owned by Democrats. Thing is that they're debating who won the debate. I say nobody won the debate. Who lost tonight? I think the biggest losers were the American people. Out of 400 million people that we have in this country, let's say that 200 million of us, a little more, let's say 250 million of us are eligible to be president of the United States, greatest country in the world. And this is it. This is the two schmucks that we're able to come up with. A Mormon bishop, hedge fund hyena, asset stripper, what's his name, Mitt Romney, and a university professor. And people were saying that Romney was all into it. He was good. You know what? Of course he was good. Because this is a controlled environment. This is where he can actually be good. It's only in controlled environments. I mean, look at him when he's campaigning. Look at him when he was actually out there saying all this stupid shit like, 47%, can suck ass. 47% of the American people can suck ass. What the fuck is that? Well, I know what that is. That's Mormon fascism right there. Mormon polygamist fascism. And if you want to know more about that, check out my other installations on my YouTube channel, and you'll find what I mean. So, the biggest losers tonight are the American people. We lost. We are here to basically pick one of these two doofuses, Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, that's how we should rate these candidates. I mean, let's just say, who's dumb and who's dumber. I don't know. I mean, Mitt Romney's pretty dumb. Really, really dumb. He's a fucking airhead. And I know, I've seen Republicans, and I have friends of mine who say, oh, but he's smart. Yeah, he's smart enough to actually steal. He's smart enough to actually bankrupt other companies so he can make money out of that shit. Oh, yeah, he's pretty smart. He's a fucking crook. Let me tell you that. And for fucking Obama to stand there and dither, like, and then he's going like rambling through all these other points, and I don't want these two to be in the White House. I don't. And the thing is that both of them have lied. Let me tell you this. Both of them have lied. I guarantee you this. Read my lips. Well, if you can see this, but but you can't see me talking, obviously, because this is a audio radio show. But I want you to listen to this clearly. From the election to the end of the year, which is the lame duck session, I guarantee you that Barack Obama is going to install one of the biggest cuts, and he's going to cave to the proto-fascist of the House of Representatives to cut Medicare and gut. I'm not saying cut. Gut. Like when you take a pig and you dice it up and take the guts out. Basically killing the pig. So, yeah, he's gonna gut Medicare. I'm sorry, Social Security as well. And because you have people, I keep hearing this over and over again. People within the Democratic Party are telling me this. And I talked to a close associate of Bernie Sanders, who I think, well, he's not a Democratic Party operative, but he's in the know of what's going on over there. And he says, what's going on is that, hey, Obama's planning a big austerity cut against the American people. So while everybody's distracted with this dubious debate with Jim Lehrer, who couldn't even fucking debate Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck correctly. He couldn't even moderate that stupid debate. So, I mean, while we're distracted with this shit, why can't we just say, you know what? What's going to happen between today and the end of the year? What's going on right now? And what's going on right now is that the elite, the creme of the creme, are planning a very nice slaughter party. Basically, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, that's what I call it. I mean, if you actually listen to what they say we want to vamp and gut Medicare and Social Security. The biggest promises of the American system that we have. No other country has our system. Every other country envies our system. So what you have these, what some people call globalists, some people call them internationalists, I don't know. They are just elitist, creme of the creme who think that they own the whole fucking world. These are the people that are dangerous to the American system, and they hate the American system, and they hate the American people. That's why they don't open up new factories. That's why they don't know. I mean, the people with the money to open up the factories, they don't want to open up the factories. Now we're talking about all these small businesses and all that. Small businesses. Look, I own a small business. I cannot open up a factory. Why can I not open up because, well, first of all, I'm not into manufacturing. My business is not involved in manufacturing. Although we could go there, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if my accountant is skilled enough to weld some couple of chairs or whatever. No. That's not my deal. And as you can see, many small businesses are not into manufacturing. People need to understand when they talk about small businesses, it's usually mom and pop shops and all that stuff. People that own Herbalife business, that sell those diet products, whatever, Weight Watchers. Yeah, those are small businesses. I have a small business. And I'm telling you, I don't want either of these bozos in the White House. We can't afford this shit. And as a small business owner, I will say this. You cannot gut Medicare and Social Security. You can't do that shit. Because Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid do things that the employers cannot do. If we take away all those entitlements, right, guess what's going to happen? Of course, the workforce will be dramatically ill. We will have more ailments. We will have more sickness. There will be more sick people, basically. So the employers will have to we have to buy health insurance. I mean, you can't have people die in the streets. Is that really the deal that we are now encountering? Is that what we are encouraging? Is that that's the new plan now? I hope not. As a small business owner, I would say no. The reason why I'm a small business owner is just, yes, I want to make some money and create some wealth for myself and for my partner, for my families, and all that shit. I do. But I also want to be responsible. I want to be a responsible human being. A responsible American citizen. The reason why we live in America and not anywhere else is because we like this country and the infrastructure, the technology, the fact that you can go to your house and have running water, electricity, sewage system. Because the majority of the world's population, let me tell you this, I say, what was it, 6 out of 10, do not have fresh water in their houses. And I've been in those I've been to those living environments in Mexico, obviously one of the poorest countries in Latin America. You go there, and of course, the place that I go to, is, it's really poor. The poverty line is really affecting everybody. And there's no running water in the majority of these houses. And I go there, and you know what I have to do? I have to go outside to take a shit. I have to walk outside, go to this smelly outhouse that my aunt has. And it stinks like shit. Well, yeah, because there's a lot of shit down there. Much like this debate. And sometimes they have electricity, sometimes they don't. So I can't microwave anything. And they do have a refrigerator, but sometimes of course, it doesn't work when there's no electricity. So, yeah, anytime they have any food, they're going to have to eat it right away because tonight we may not have any electricity. Is this a kind of a free market kind of world that they envision? And what we have in that area of Mexico, in the state of Durango, is privatization. A few years ago, many regions of the state, of that Mexican province, they pretty much sold out to privatization. And they said, okay, yeah, we can have the private companies running our sewage system, our water, our clean water. They can take control of our roads, which they do now. Every fucking road that I go to now over there is a toll road. And you say, well, if it's a toll road, it must be it must be really good. It must be the smooth road. One of the smoothest roads you ever been on. I'm like, no, it was crappy. There were cracks everywhere. Fucking, I was vibrating for the next 16 miles. Brrr. That was the worst road ever, and I had to pay $2 to go through that road. And I come to find out later on that company that owns that road is Chinese. Now, if you want to know what happens when the free market gets so out of control, well, go to Mexico, where the fat cats over there take over the government. And that's why we need to have certain oversight and protections against that. And the elite take over the government, and then the government basically becomes a dysfunctional committee on behalf of the elite. And then they get all the contracts to their friends and to themselves. Oh, yeah, we're going to privatize this. We're going to privatize the water. I mean, I'm just giving you this example. And To be honest with you, if that's the future of America, I don't want any part of it. In fact, there are areas in Mexico which are not affected like that, where you still have some form of civilization, some form of progress. And many people in that area of Mexico where I'm from, my parents are from, my family's from, they're getting sick and tired of this shit. They're getting sick and tired of the killings, the murder, the lawlessness, the privatization. Sometimes there's water, sometimes there's no water, sometimes there's electricity, sometimes there isn't. And then when they cross the border to the other province, like a few miles away, just a few miles away, that other town that looks almost exactly the same, they have running water, plumbing, sewage system, they have hospitals, they have all this shit, 24/7 electricity, even cable, broadband cable they have in that fucking town. But yet, in my parents' town, there isn't any. Because, it was taken over by a Chinese corporation. And I have nothing against the Chinese, just build a better fucking road. That's all I'm fucking asking. Golly. And, I'm just trying to put this into perspective for you. Because some of you Romney supporters and even Obama supporters don't even notice that this is, both of these cretins, Count Chocula and Frankenberry over here. They both said several times, I agree with President Obama. I agree with Romney, with Mitt Romney. I agree with this. Well, guess what? I disagree with both of you shitheads. I do. So, anyway. What do you think? Who do you think won? Frankenberry or Count Chocula? And I'm not going to tell you which one's which, because then I'm going to... Yeah, that's an area I don't want to go to. But you make up your own mind. I already made my own mind up. And you may not like it, and that's fine. Leave your negative comment, thumb me down, and move on to the next guy. Because that's what it is. Anyway, but, God, it was a horrible debate. And that Jim Lehrer guy, what the fuck? Was he smoking something? What the hell? Couldn't even get it together. Imagine this guy being like an NBA referee. He's going to be stepped all over with those big basketball players. Get out of the way! Fucking little troll. Jim Lehrer. Anyway. That's my take. Debate was really horrible. It sucked. And who lost? Well, I don't really care who really won. I know who really won in this debate. Wall Street. Who else won? The elite, the creme of the creme. The 400 plus Americans. Well, they're not even Americans, by the way. They don't view the 400 that make up the elite and the controllers of this country. 400 people that control 400 million. There you go. The 400 that control us Americans. They don't give a shit about debates. They have both of these fuckers in their pockets. Shut the fuck up. People say, oh, I'm going to change. Oh, I'm going to vote and change the direction of our country. What a fucking goof. What do you mean? I'm going to change the direction of my vote counts. Your vote doesn't give a shit. Nobody gives a shit about your fucking vote. Alright? Both of these guys are paid and bought for by the elite, by Wall Street, by bankers. It's over. You want real change? Well, get somebody else. Get somebody else in there. Why wouldn't they let a third party debate on these issues? Oh, it's only them? It's only these two? That's it? Republicans always like, we are a good democracy. Everybody's votes count. I'm like, yeah, but then, you go to these states, they're trying to stop the Libertarian Party from getting on the ballot. And you know what? I don't really support the Libertarian Party anymore, but I think all parties should have a chance to be on the ballot. But they go into these states like Pennsylvania and Ohio and I don't know what's the other states, New Mexico, I think. And they go in there and they try to get other people off the ballot. What the fuck is that? Put everybody on the fucking ballot. Put the Green Party, the Libertarian Party, the Doofus Party. I don't give a shit. Put Mickey Mouse on there for all I care. Something different. Something. I don't know. I don't know. This is why I hate politics. I hate politics because I hate the people in politics. I hate the pundits. I hate the airheads and the doofuses who think, wait a minute, I know more than you do. Oh, really, shithead? Oh, right, Shakespeare. You know more than anybody else. And then they come out, oh, Romney won the debate. Oh, yes. ABC News, Yahoo News, owned by Republicans. Give me this. Come on. The media is paid and bought for. And if you think that, oh, Republicans are different from Democrats, I guess you didn't really see the debate, haven't you? And you know what? And the thing is, and let me just end by saying this, is that the pundits at ABC News and in these other stupid media places, they didn't judge. They didn't say, oh, Mitt Romney won because of he was correct on this and he really nailed the president. No. They looked on how they delivered. Not on what they said, not on the merits of what they said, not on the facts, not on the policies, which, by the way, both candidates say we have the same policies. I mean, that's basically what they said. We have the same policies. We have the same policies. So since we cannot judge them on the policy or the merits of what they said, guess what these stupid pundits and airheads and shitheads say? Oh, they say that Beavis and Butthead, Frankenberry and Count Chocula, oh, they both were the same on policy, so we judge them based on the delivery. How they deliver the message, how they look like on stage, like if they were some sort of puppets or muppet. I think they are. I mean, is that the message that they're trying to convey? That these are merely puppets? Let's see which one looked better. Let's see which one animated the best. I don't really get that. I just don't understand. I mean, I guess people were not listening to this shit. They weren't listening. They were just hypnotized in front of the fucking TV screen, going, "Oh, that guy looks good. Look at the tie. Oh yeah," and then there were these smirky little comments about, "Ooh, look at the ties. Ooh, Obama has a smaller lapel. A smaller American flag lapel pin. Oh no, Mitt Romney's bigger." I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with the fucking debate? What does that have to do with the marriage? What does this have to do with policy, with the economy? I mean, if I were debating there, I'll just go with my shirt and jeans. I don't really care. I don't really care. What does that have to do with anything? I mean, this pettiness, this stupid pettiness. And that's what it is. That's why we're so fucked. We're so fucked in the ass. And I'm really pissed off about this. I really am. And then now that I think of it, I mean, look at it. I mean, it's complete. It's a complete joke. This whole political process that we're basically brainwashed to believe that is real. It's just a fucking joke. It's so ridiculous. I mean, how can anybody really believe this shit? Unless you're on fucking Prozac. Golly. Jeez Louise. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's just, these little bits really, really tick me off. And it's not I don't have any issues. The issue is, why do we start babbling about shit that doesn't have any meaning, any merit, anything whatsoever? Oh, his lapel pin. Oh, look at the ties. He has a red one and he has a blue one. Ooh. Fucking acting like little kids. Even little kids won't even do that shit. They're acting like deranged maniacs. I mean, that's what they are. I mean, they're here to distract the American people. That's what this media empires are about. They don't really care about giving you the information. They only care about distracting you with petty nonsense, saying, "Oh, look at the shirt. Look at how big his lapel pin is." Next, we're gonna have a cock size competition. How about that? Jesus Christ. Anyway, all right, that's it. That's all I can say about that.